Hey, hey, hey.
Hola, hola.
Hola, 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 hey. What's going
Yes.
on? Girl Chat Sports. It's a Wednesday. We are just
We're
a
after
tad
dark.
late today, after dark.
We're kind of
Well,
after
Quan,
dark.
according to Quan, it's never after dark when it's in the evening anyway. So,
Oh, okay.
whatever.
He said not dark outside. I feel like it's after.
He's the end all be all when it comes to knowing what's going on, I guess. So,
Right.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. That guy. That guy.
Well, I hope everybody had a great week because it's been an
Absolutely.
eventful, at least just Tuesday alone. Like Monday was very quiet, and then Tuesday in the world of sports, everything wants to pop off. Everything. Like why? I
They
mean,
were
from
just
basketball,
like
from football to basketball, like everything. Like we're finding out everything on a Tuesday. Like Tuesday, it really went down.
Tuesday was like, was it a full moon? Like, was there some new
I
stuff going on
mean,
that we didn't know
just
about?
news was breaking left and right. Everything was like aha moments. They arrested the guy in that skating incident where it killed the player.
Yes.
That was announced on Tuesday.
But my thing is, they arrested him, but like, if you're playing hockey, do you think he did it maliciously?
Did you see the video? It was like a high kick.
I didn't see the
Why
video.
are we
So
doing
no,
a
that's
high kick to the jugular? Like a karate
okay.
high kick.
I mean, that makes more sense, but I still am just like, I don't.
And I guess he has a reputation or a history of some sort of violence and thuggery on the in
Oh,
the hockey
really?
leagues. He's known as the thug of the hockey
Oh,
league.
so he's known for being a little
Oh, the
extra.
thuggish, yeah. Thuggish ruggish bone.
The Draymond Green of the NHL.
But worse. Draymond ain't killing nobody.
Yeah,
Yet.
seriously. I mean, it's not a funny
I don't
matter.
think he
It's a
will. I don't even want to say yet. He's not killing
no.
anybody.
That's oh my
We'll
gosh.
we'll get into that. So we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk
We
about
definitely.
Deshaun Watson going down, a few other people going down. We
I
gotta talk
mean,
about Earl Thomas's wife,
so much going on. We have
so much going on with
updates
that.
on a couple of our Hugadorus or Hugador future
Yeah.
Hugadorus. We don't know, but we'll just get into it. So, of course, we want to start off with these NBA Royal Rumbles. Tuesday went down crazy. I'll do a couple clips of both real quick, but first we want to start with the Draymond Green one, of course, because that one is the one that just came out with the punishment. So Draymond's going to be suspended
Yes.
for 5 games without pay. Apparently, that comes out to like over $750,000.
Yeah.
And
First,
we'll
run
talk
the
about our
clip.
opinions of it because then
Run the clip. Run
Gobert,
the clip. Because I
yeah,
want to,
yeah, okay.
and then we'll
Let's
say opinions. Because I got opinions. Trust me.
okay, okay.
So no punches between McDaniels and Thompson, just a lot of swinging. Green comes in there, a chokehold on Rudy Gobert. Steve Kerr is telling Draymond, let go, let go. Finally, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go or you want me to go?
I'm gonna start with
Go ahead.
we'll finish with okay. So Klay Thompson, Jaden McDaniel, and Gobert all get fined for $25,000. Klay Thompson gets ejected. Jaden McDaniel stays in the game
I thought
with
he
a
got
technical.
ejected too.
No, I think he got a technical, and he
I thought
ended up
he was.
staying.
I thought he was a
That's
tech ejected too. I thought the three of them got ejected.
oh, I don't see. I don't think all three of them got ejected. If someone's watching, Phyllis and or
Yeah,
Mo,
I
look it
think he
up.
got
But
ejected too.
I don't know. I felt like it wasn't an ejection. That's why some of the people were kind of going crazy about it. But maybe he got ejected too. I don't know. My personal opinion, and I watched a few, takes on this, and when it comes, somebody had made a good point. Like, so Clay and McDaniels are going at it. Okay, them two going at it.
Yeah.
Gobert should have came in to grab his teammate, not taking another teammate, the opposing teammate, because that's just gonna charge whatever's happening. That's gonna make
Yeah,
Draymond
Jaden
come.
McDaniels got ejected. He got
Oh, we
ejected
did.
on
Okay.
NBA.com. It was three players that got ejected. So he
Okay.
got ejected, Clay got ejected, and Draymond got ejected.
Right. So, but for Gobert to come in and start pulling off the opposing team member, You know, whether he choked Clay or not, it supposedly could have, but didn't when you saw the video. And then, yeah, Draymond came out of pocket, but Draymond's just backing his guy. Like we all know Draymond, it takes him nothing to want to charge and make a situation a situation. So with that being said, like, I mean,
I feel like he went after the wrong
stuck to his own
guy.
player, really.
I feel like he went
If
after
there's
the
an
wrong
issue
guy.
there's a fight happening, you're going to pull your people off. Otherwise, if you're going to start messing with the opposing team, then that's going to just continue the brawl.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your thoughts? Your thoughts, Mo. Your thoughts.
Well, I saw it. I didn't see it in real time. I got the update on my phone because the Clippers was playing Dallas Mavs, and then the Lakers were on. I was trying to watch some good games last night. Not saying that the Lakers matchup was a good matchup because they were playing Memphis Grizzlies, and we know where they stand, 2-8. They're not doing nothing. But anyway,
right.
Listen, I think 5 games is egregious. I honestly think he should have got 3. I think Jaden McDaniels, because he started it, in my opinion, should have got a game suspension and a $25,000 fine. I think Clay's fine with his $25,000 fine. I feel like low-key Gobert should have got a little fine, or he should have got ejected too, just for coming into the mix.
I mean, Gobert supposedly got a $25K fine, but he should have got he should have got a game himself.
I think Jaden McDaniels is the only one who should have been suspended a game. I think Draymond should have got 3 games. And not for nothing, Jaden McDaniels, you ripped Clay's jersey. You made his jersey look like a rock distressed jersey, okay? You tore into the man's play-in tournament jersey, okay? So that should have just warned you a suspension already.
Hey, but did you know how quickly...
Either double the fine or you get a game suspended too, because he was able to walk away from the melee when Draymond had Rudy Gobert in a headlock. And not for nothing, at first, my initial was like, oh, Gobert was just trying to pull Clay back and hold it back too, but he looked like he was going for his neck too. Which made
whether he got
come
it or not,
flying out of left field.
Coming at him.
Like coming out of left off the baseline. And interesting stat here, no Steph Curry. Steph Curry was out. So for the 49 games that Steph Curry has ever been out, Draymond has been suspended 7 of those 2 games. So there seems to be a slight pattern. When Steph stops playing, Draymond acts a fool. So they looked into that because people were like, okay, let's dig into the stats with that.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is very wild. But I feel like 5 games, god dang. I mean, at least 3, but that 750,000 hurts too. Like, and I know these players big money. I mean, 750,000 ain't much, but God, 5 games. He didn't punch the dude. You know, I feel
he didn't take him down. He didn't like physically take him down and wrestle him on the ground.
He didn't put him to sleep. He didn't put him to sleep.
Let's just say it could have got a lot worse.
It easily could have gotten worse. And for, Rudy Gobert to speak on it after and say what he had to say about the whole thing, mentioning that, I wasn't trying to choke him, I just was trying to, come on. You're messy anyway.
It just seemed weird. He's messy because the way he was trying to make it sound was like he was doing too much.
First of all, he was the first one to come out with COVID for the NBA. So he spread COVID. So I feel like that was already, if you want to go off of history, he should have got a game on that just on GP alone for this one,
Did you see some of like the videos that they were showing, like the people with the that were doing like the memes, I guess, videos of, and they're like, you gave us code, we're taking you out.
Yeah, right. Basically, it was like that kind of a choke out.
Oh,
like I feel you on that. Like I love the memes and I love the internet. I love the painter that made an artist rendition of the sketch of the whole thing.
I have that too, because that was legit. This guy within less than 24 hours paints this within less than 24 hours. Come on. Like, that's talent.
It will forever be a meme. The baby boy, Ving Rhames, and Tyrese chokehold situation meme off the internet is great. Like, came out of nowhere. It's Draymond, but Draymond has actually, this has precluded Draymond's incidents prior to this game. He had already got into it with another player a couple of nights before. He's already been ejected twice this season. Yeah. And not to mention, like I said, 2 games before, he got into a little brouhaha with another player. So it's like, dude, The part of the 5 games is because of his history, which sucks because
What's up, Heather?
history is what
Heather
it is.
said she
Hi,
heard it's
Heather.
LeBron's fault.
It's never LeBron's fault. It's never LeBron's fault. But it's just
What's
funny
up,
to me how anytime
Jonathan?
Steph Curry's not playing 7 times out of 49 games that
Like,
Steph
is
hasn't
there a
played,
fear he has maybe
Draymond's
that
winning.
when he knows Steph isn't gonna be playing, he's like, I can't do it. I can't
Yeah,
do it. I'm
he's
gonna
like,
do
Big
whatever I
Rose
can
is
to get
out.
out
I
of here.
gotta step in. My angel on my right shoulder is not here. It's the devil tonight. Like, it must have been a full moon because
It's got to. I don't know what happened yesterday, but that was just okay. So now we'll go into the Lakers game. So when
Lakers.
you were texting me this, and I'm watching the game, because I'm like, whoa! Like first of all, this also happened like within the first like 2 minutes of the game. It was 0-0. Like the game had just started, and you're having this blow up.
Yeah.
Come on, guy. Are we not men? Men can't function like this together, I guess.
I don't know. But
and then you hit me shortly after because I was like, oh, crazy, that's wild. And then next thing you know, bam, AD's getting into a fight too.
Yeah, he just shoved the guy. The guy went flying on the floor. Like, you gonna really push Aldama though? Aldama doesn't do anything to anybody. Like, what the heck? But my dad was defending AD in this whole instance, saying that guy shouldn't have gotten in his face like that. Why would you get in his face? Don't get in his face. Like, what are you're asking for?
Heather said it's the man's period season.
Yeah.
They're all on the rag right now. They can't handle it.
Man.
That weather turned cold. Guys can't seem to take it. But here's a little bit from the AD incident.
Get it at the other end. Look out. Uh-oh. That's going to be a technical foul. They're going to call it a double team.
Wow, that surprises me.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to be on AD. And look at Desmond Bane. Oh, there's some bad blood, serious bad blood right now.
Well, Desmond Bane felt froggy, but I would have, come on, guys. This is AD. Back off. And you're on our home turf. That wasn't going to end well, no way. But luckily, AD didn't get hurt from yelling. And luckily,
that's a surprise. That's a real surprise.
He didn't get any kind of suspension fines or any of this kind of stuff or teed out, thank God.
But he did start tonight's game missing like 3 or 4 shots off the pass.
Right. But thank God he didn't get hurt just for yelling at the guy, pushing. Oh my God. He could have got hurt just pushing the guy. Like he could have
been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse.
It really could have
been a lot worse.
But Lord, I mean, I wasn't wanting to come home from work and expect all that.
Oh my God.
On a Tuesday night.
What's up, Arlington? Thanks for tapping in. Jonathan said he had no problem with the 5-game suspension.
Really?
Crazy.
Look, hey, some people don't. I mean, they feel like that's fair. And again, it's based off of history of Draymond. And
that's all it's going off of. It's basically going off of history. But it should be going off of the play, not his history. Play
and not the history. See, my mom's on that page. She's like, his history has nothing to do with it. But if you work for a company this long and you have constant incident after incident after incident after incident in the same company.
I mean, you wouldn't be working for the company no more. But if the company decides to keep you on,
yes, you would.
Right. If the company decides to deal with your,
let the history do that. It should be for this game. Yeah. I felt like 3 games was fair. $750,000 was fair. I do think Jaden McDaniels should have got suspended a game. He started it. So, and he ripped Clay's jersey. So I didn't appreciate that. I think he should have got his
NBA was showing their big guns and that they're tired of Draymond.
Yeah, they are. But I think they should have suspended.
I enjoy
One
Draymond because he gives me like a little bit of hope that the 80s and early 90s basketball is still alive in somebody. You know what I mean? Like, we don't get those kind of things anymore. We don't get
we don't get to see that. You make a great point.
You're never going to see that. And we're never. It just
we've been jaded by the flop and the text and the ticky-tacky calls and all of that.
Like, even that for AD, they both got a tech. What did the other guy do? But
Aldama or Desmond Bane?
Yeah. Not Bane, Aldama.
Oh, Aldama. Nothing.
And he got a tech.
Nothing.
These refs and every sport are just a little bit whistle happy. That's all.
Man, if this was Bad Boy Pistons or Boston Celtics and Lakers, or Bulls,
what?
90s Bulls.
The Bulls and the Pistons games back in those days? Oh, my gosh.
Come on. Nobody would be in the league anymore.
So I'm not going to go into the Michigan drama of college football, but we know Jim Harbaugh got suspended for 3 games from coaching on the sidelines. He didn't have coach.
Big up to his assistant though, that was crying his eyes out when they won that game though.
Won the Academy Award for kissing up to your boss. He did that. But beyond that, I was watching the Pat McAfee show this morning, and they were talking to John Harbaugh on the show, right? And they were like, listen, John, the Ravens host the Bengals on Thursday night. And so Pat's saying, like, listen, why don't you just, sub in yourself and coach for your brother on Saturday? Because Michigan's coming to Maryland to play their game Saturday. And John did not say yes or no. He did not deny or confirm. So if you see John on the sidelines on Saturday, subbing in for his brother.
I feel that might be an unfair advantage though, because you got a pro NFL coach out there. But Jim was a pro NFL coach, so I guess it matters not.
I mean, if you see him like, in some sunglasses and a hat and off in the side of the distance giving a little coaching stuff, hey.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's wild. The whole Michigan thing's wild. The fact that they're still in the top 4, my Washington is still sitting lonely at 5 still bothers me.
But, I know.
Yeah.
But
we beat the
you guys pulled that game off. Man, I was
pulled off the game. It was tight. It was good. We're still number 5. We're trying to get into that 4th position. Hopefully we can do it. We got to play Oregon State, another ranked team this weekend. We go into the Apple Cup against Washington State. Then we got the Pac-12 championship. Most likely is going to be against Oregon. It's a long road ahead of us. It's a long road.
Oh, doggone Ducks. I don't know.
But the fact that Florida State is still in the top 4 and they've won one top 25 team, I think, is just ridiculous to me. Anyway, that's for those people to be dealing with. The other interesting little tidbit that's been going on, this Jimbo Fisher firing from Texas A&M.
Yeah, that came out.
Anybody out there knows a Texas oil guy that wants to be like my Costco sponsor, my travel sponsor, because these guys, the boosters at Texas A&M got money. Like not just
they do.
They got money. So here's what they're paying Jimbo Fisher: $77.6 million. That's his contract. They have to pay him from firing him.
That's the remaining of his contract they have to pay him?
That's his, yeah. And so he's getting like
NFL coaching contract.
He is getting like so they did a meme. I can't remember who it was. It was some player, but in their total years playing, they had made $76 million, whereas Jimbo Fisher is going to get $76 million just from you get fired and you're getting paid. So he gets $19 million in the next 60 days. After that, it's like another $20 million. And then he gets like $7 or $8 million a year until a certain year. Like, it's ridiculous. But what's more ridiculous is that the boosters came up with this money, and you guys got to watch this video because this is Jack Mack from Barstools. It breaks it down perfectly, but it's insane. Check it out.
Wow.
Nothing but respect for this. So today, Texas A&M fired their head coach, Jimbo Fisher. In order to buy out his contract, they had to pay him $75 million. $75 million to not. Now, this is common in college athletics. When you have to fire a coach, typically you have to buy out his contract. Most athletic departments don't have a lot of extra money to fire a coach for money. So where do they get the money to fire the coach? They're donors. And last night, the 12th Man Foundation donors, who are essentially the boosters of Texas A&M, presented the Texas A&M athletic department with a check for $160+ million. This was during halftime of Jimbo Fisher's last game. At this point, he did not know he was going to be fired. We also now know that Texas A&M made this decision during the week and that they were preparing to fire Jimbo Fisher on Sunday no matter what. They won the game 51-10. So at halftime, with the money that they gathered in order to, 1, fire Jimbo Fisher, and then 2, part of it they're going to use to hire a new coach, they flaunted the money at halftime. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
They had a check at halftime being presented to the team for $160 million. knowing dang well that was going to be used to be paying off their coach they're about to fire in about, what, 2 quarters.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
That's money.
Yeah, it's money. It's the boosters, it's the oil
Man.
tycoons, it's everybody down there.
Oh, jeez. Hey, shout
Yeah.
out to Chris Wynn. We appreciate, we love you guys. So he said you gotta love a job where you underperform, get fired, and still keep
I
collecting
know.
millions.
Ask John Gruden.
Hey, sign me up. Like, let me know.
Ask John Gruden. Ask Josh McDaniels. Ask all of those guys. They still getting out of their contract.
Unbelievable. That was just, I was in awe for like a whole day and a half just thinking
Yeah, that's
about the money.
crazy. That's insane. Maddening.
So we got to give some updates on some Jugadores that locos that we posted before. So we did talk about this one last week, which is the Earl Thomas, his ex's boyfriend with the fraud and stealing all of stealing his identity, opening up bank accounts, transferring money, some of his retirement. Well, come to find out, she's in on it.
I told you that. There's no way this man had all his information if the ex didn't know something, if he didn't get it from
and access to his cars he pulled up in Earl's Rolls Royce.
That's what I'm saying. It had to be the ex-wife. There's no way you have all that access to this man like that.
It's so wild.
Just on some old GP stuff. That wife was definitely in on it.
I mean, all I gotta say, I feel bad for them kids. I think he had at least 1, if not 2 kids. Like,
she's bitter and wants revenge. She gets this boy toy, and he.
But obvious, and it's clear that you're not smart, and it's clear that she's not smart. Because if you were smart, you would be finding ways to be trickling some of this money out your own way. But she had access.
Well, I don't understand how she still had access to all his stuff if they weren't together.
Well, she didn't. I think obviously she probably knows his personal information. Maybe had like
he had changed nothing. Like I would have switched back. I would have done a whole.
No, but I think it's because this guy, the boyfriend, opened an account with an ID that had Earl Thomas's information, but his picture, and she probably had like maybe a birth certificate or social.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how did she still have all the access to all that stuff? Like access to all this stuff.
I mean, when you're married to somebody, you just know everything.
I mean,
maybe she was holding it.
All that stuff, all that paperwork supposed to come with you.
Maybe she was holding copies of it in a safe somewhere. For
she probably was. She probably was. But I knew she was in on it. I said, Mel, this don't make no sense. How did he was able to have access to this if she didn't help?
All right,
so what's the punishment for her? What's gonna happen? She's going to jail.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, what are we doing? She's got to face something too. Like, come on. I don't know.
She could. I mean, if she plays victim card and says, "Oh, he made me do it. Trust me, I was in a tumultuous situation. He forced me to do this. You know, that kind of thing." But I don't know.
Right. I mean, listen. If I could,
I don't know. But I knew she had something to do with it. It just didn't make no sense that she didn't.
It's wild.
It's too
wild. It's too wild.
Heather
said, shaking my damn hand, I can't even get it taken to. I can't even get taken on a date to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh no, that's on the list of no. We don't do Cheesecake Factory. Remember?
I do Cheesecake Factory. Give me a miso salmon, that brown bread
alone. I don't like the thick ass menu they have with all that crap in it. And
because you just gotta know what you want.
At Boca Park, to me, it went subpar and the food ain't as good. But I will go for some cheesecake. I don't have no problem with that key lime cheesecake over there. But the food,
no, I eat the miso salmon always. Guaranteed, the miso salmon hits. Guaranteed.
I haven't had that. But what I've had in the past, it just is not as good as it used to be. But I'll still go for coffee and that key lime cheesecake. I ain't gonna turn it down.
Listen, anyone, if they can take me, I want the miso salmon. I want all brown bread on there.
Rocks volcano shrimp. I don't know about it rocking, honey. Even in the forum shops, I ain't going to no Cheesecake Factory unless it's cheesecake, maybe. But
here goes Mo. Jeez. However, yeah, shout out Grand Lux, Chris.
I'm not going.
And then you gotta love the big sister, the Grand Lux. I
like Grand Lux better. I like Grand Lux better. I'll do Grand Lux for breakfast.
It's the same damn food. It's the same damn food. I can order my same miso salmon at Grand Lux and get it.
Yeah, but I can't do that cheesecake up in Boca Park. It's just a no-go for me. It's just not as good. It's just not good. I'm not gonna waste my money.
Maybe you went on the wrong day. Maybe you had the wrong.
I went too many times back, and it just didn't.
Whenever I go, it's good.
The one at the outlet mall at the North Premium Outlets, that one was better than the one at Boca. I've eaten at that one at the outlet mall. That one wasn't too bad.
I get the same thing everywhere, each place, and it's always good. Period.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not in my wheelhouse anymore. There's too many good restaurants out there for good pricing that I don't have to go.
I mean, hey, you're fancy dancy. I'll be okay.
Yeah, you take me to Cleveland any other time, honey, for that half off of those steaks, and I'll be right there.
We got another update. So remember when the Colorado went to play UCLA, a lot of the players had their missing items, jewelry.
Yeah, what happened with that?
So apparently, Pasadena PD has found that there are some suspects that were UCLA recruits identified in that theft of headphones, etc. Some of the items had been returned since the incident. Others are still missing. But Coach Prime came out and basically said, like, hold the kids accountable, make them do community service or giving back some way, but don't punish them so that they can't get the opportunity that can change their lives, as in playing for UCLA if they are a recruit, or playing for college, an NCAA, D1 school if they are recruiting for football. Let them continue to get recruited so where it can change their lives, because maybe we don't know their circumstances, but yeah, they screwed up, they messed up. So it was a high school in out in California. A couple of the kids there that were recruits for UCLA had stolen these items.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I agree with that as far as the punishment. Don't do that. But at the same time, they consciously gave it back, so you shouldn't punish them. But who are the other kids? They're not going to dime out the other kids, I guess. That was in on it, right? I took the other stuff.
I mean, just the fact is like, I don't think it could have been anybody else but those recruits that were in, you know what I mean? Like,
but they only returned some of the stuff. They didn't give everything back.
Because maybe they have already spent it. If it was money, they already spent it. If it was jewelry, maybe they already sold it. I mean, for sure.
At least they got some of their stuff back, but that's awful.
Yeah. Heather said, but it made a stupid choice, but they need to learn repercussions.
They do.
Of course, yeah.
They do. Absolutely.
I mean, they're definitely going to need some kind of, community service.
They got to work
some
out
kind
community
of
service to pay for the other belongings that they either pawned off or whatever. Something has to be some kind of restitution there.
So here's one that I didn't get a picture. I forgot to get a picture of him. So, is it Keely Oubre Jr.? Is it Aubrey?
Oh, Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre.
Yes, Oubre. So
Kelly Oubre
got injured this weekend. He was in the hospital. He had supposedly been in a hit and run accident. He had a fractured hip, a fractured rib, a leg injury stemming from what he says. He says that he got hit by a car's rear view mirror when it was when he was walking on the street, and it was a hit and run. Well, the police have yet to find any video, any witnesses that can confirm this incident. Like where the incident supposedly happened, they've checked the stores, the different surveillances around the area, and there's nothing to show for that he got hit.
So he's lying.
What happened to you, boy? What happened?
So you didn't want to play in the game?
Well, he's literally injured. He really is injured. But we don't know what his story is, if it's true, if maybe the account is different, if the timing or the place is different.
50 Shades Gray. 50 Shades Gray.
How did a side mirror do all that? That's not maybe it was. I mean, that would be like the side mirror of like a semi truck if it was lowered or something. I don't see how a side mirror does all that damage.
That doesn't make any sense now. And I'm thinking it's some 50 Shades of Gray. Somebody jumped him.
What's up, Natalie? She said Jesse Smollett part 2020.
Pretty much. I don't even want. You know what? I don't even want to touch it. I was being funny when I said sex dungeon because that should be furthest from my little dirty mind right now. But it's Wednesdays after dark, and this is what I'm thinking because he really tricked off people's fantasy. Let me tell you something. In the basketball fantasy world, I know people that have Kelly Oubre Jr. And he tricked off a lot of points for them. So they probably may need to investigate what really, really happened. But it either was some 50 Shades type of gray stuff. He either got jumped into some kind of gang he don't want to talk about. Or he either got just jumped on GP because it was coming to him and he don't want to talk about it.
Or maybe he was out and maybe he took a little flight somewhere and was on ATVs and got into an accident. Maybe he was on a motorcycle and got into an accident. I'm sure
one rule about Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. I don't know, but that side view mirror thing didn't happen. There's cameras. You're telling me you didn't see nothing on the surveillance?
Right. Chris has a good
Huh.
point too, that it's probably a contract thing. He might have actually really hurt him. He did really hurt himself. Let's be clear. He did really hurt himself.
He's hurt.
He was
Like, he's on
evaluated.
IL.
He was in the hospital, but that maybe the way in which he hurt himself would avoid his contract if he were to give the right reasons. Like, these guys can't be out on ATVs or motorcycles or skydiving or whatever. Maybe he chose to do something crazy like that, gets hurt, but now has to make up a story as to how it happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He makes a great
Although
point,
how
that's
you
what I
think of
said.
hit and run in a rear view mirror to do that kind of, I don't know. He's not the
Like
smartest.
I said, one
mean,
rule
he's
about Fight
PR
Club
guy.
is you don't talk about Fight Club. So he couldn't talk about it.
Can't
Sound
talk
like he
about
lost.
it.
Whatever
I
it was.
can talk about though.
Whatever it was, the inanimate object won.
Talk about your Raiders, Mo.
Oh my gosh. Talk about my Raiders. I was ready to see what was going to happen with this Jets game. And not for nothing, I had an opportunity to go. Shout out to Dad. But I didn't want to go. So shout out to my older brother who went instead. And my dad and my younger brother all went. This was the slowest game I've ever watched on a Sunday prime time. I thought it was just going to be field goal after field goal. I was waiting to see some action. I was very excited that Devontae Adams finally got catches, and he got precarious catches too. He almost had a one-hand catch, but it fell flat. We became incomplete. But shout out to I was worried about Aiden O'Connell this whole game because it was starting to look sketch.
He made it happen.
His play action. But we were able to make it happen. And listen, shout out to our defensive player of the week.
Yes.
Spinell,
Robert
man.
Spillane, yes.
Spillane. Yeah. He did that on that interception because that's what got us on the board too. But every time we had a chance to convert, it was that same thing. We get in the red zone, can't convert, forced to do a field goal, But Jets were having the same issues. And just for them to have number 7 in defense or something like that? Oh, number 5 or something in the league.
Yeah, they're higher up there.
They didn't play too well. They didn't have a great game. Zach Wilson, though, I gotta give it to him. He can sling it, but our defense was on Garrett Wilson like no other. That wide receiver couldn't get no looks. Shout out to Nate Hobbs and Max Crosby for that because man, that guy was slinging that ball and it was just not going the way we needed it to go. So this is 2-0 for Antonio Pierce, and I'm loving it. But we go to Miami
Dolphins
on Sunday.
Going to Miami on Sunday.
We going to Miami on Sunday.
Chris says reality hits. Dolphins 34, Raiders 10.
I'm not. You know what, Chris? Don't lowball my team like that. I'm not gonna give them just 10 points. Come on, we got to at least be halfway. I'm not even gonna say Dolphins will have a high.
Maybe 17. 17.
I'm going to say 23 to 15, maybe. Like something like that. I just want it to be tight like that.
I feel like it's been more like maybe like a 28 to 18.
28 to 18 sounds fair. I could give that, but 10, Chris, really? Touchdown and a field goal?
He was trying to work your nerve real quick.
You're not even you want me to get upset, don't you? He just wants me to
just talk about the Lions then. Just talk about his Lions.
And I'm only saying it could be a high scoring game on offense if the Cheetah gets looks. If our defense does what they need to do, Cheetah probably ain't gonna get touched. Hopefully.
Well, Tua showed up in cornrows today at the press conference.
Oh my gosh. He's ready.
He's ready.
But the Jets fans were quiet as church mouses. I love seeing that because they did come out in full effect. The East Coast did show up for that game. There were a lot of Jets fans there from what I could see. And they were silent the whole game. There was no chance for them to get excited about anything in that Allegiant Stadium. Right. Shout out to Ice Cube for the halftime show. My biggest regret. I still have yet to go to a Raider game where it's Ice Cube performing the halftime show.
What?
Yes, I have yet to see
you didn't go to the game.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling well. Like I wanted, my dad was like, I won't even give up my ticket and you guys go. I'm like, no.
Oh,
he was so sweet, but no, I want him to go. Spend time with your sons.
That's sweet.
I have a boys' night out. You need that. But they really enjoyed the game, and I think it was another good primetime game. It just was a slow moving game. If it wasn't so slow, and if I could see more back and forth, Aaron Rodgers was definitely in the building. So that was dope. Too bad. His headphones.
Speaking
didn't really
of
help
real
for
quick,
Zach.
because we gotta talk about it real quick. So, because I saw he's always on the Pat McAfee show, and they
Right.
addressed this juice concoction. So here's the
Yeah,
quick
what was
video.
that
Here's
that
the quick
fell?
video.
What was it?
But who carries it in a box? Like,
I
why
feel like
is
it's
your
the mystic water
concoction
from the
in this
Appalachia.
box?
I don't know. What is it?
The witch doctors are witching for Aaron Rodgers.
Man, now you knew he should have had that more secure in that box if it was really special. Why would
But
you
why
have
would it's like in some kind? It's like if you were to buy like a $3,000 bottle of cognac, this is the box it's coming in. Like, what
Right.
is he doing with
or
this?
tequila or something?
Why
It's
not?
clear.
Why don't you have it like in one of your water bottles? And
You know
you're
what I
just
think it is?
what?
I think it's I hate to be gross, but I think it's some kind of special urine.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past him either.
So on the
Pat
Pat McAfee show, he
wake
just
up, shooting excellence.
on the show, he just kind of like sidestepped the question and was like, well, it's got a lot of, a lot of herbs and this and that and this and that and the mushrooms, but not those kind of mushrooms, just like everything, the herbs and all for my well-being. And yeah,
I wouldn't be
that was
surprised
secretive.
the
If it was
bottle
all
was-
just that, you could have had it in your you could have had it in like one of your little water bottles.
I wouldn't be surprised it got snake venom in it and all other kind of stuff.
Horse piss and everything else.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what it looked like. It was clear, but it wasn't clear. It wasn't the color tequila, but it was like some kind of Blanco. I don't know. Anybody out there want to join the chat? Speculate. Go crazy. What do you think was in that joy juice he had that he tipped over and put on our field? I hope it doesn't jinx our field going forward. We got games coming up.
Oh man. So we got a little conversation happening in the chat too. We've got Chris, our Detroit fan, against Heather Reddy, our Chargers fan. They're gonna go at it seems like. Arlington asked about the Texans, what we think of the Texans. We're gonna get to them too. We're just gonna cover some Las Vegas sports real quick. And Natalie did say that our dad is the best. Feel better, Mo.
I know. Thank you, Natalie. I know. Yeah, you know what? I hate to make her upset, but he was like, I would have given Natalie a ticket to that Giants game if she wanted to go. He says, give Natalie my number. So Natalie, after the show, I'm going to text you Papa's number so you can have it. Because he was like, text her my number. Don't have her going through you. Like, I didn't know.
Watch out, because, Natalie going to be on that every week. Hey.
Well,
because Natalie got 15 different teams, so she'll find one.
So I didn't know. I really didn't know. He was like, tell her to have my number. She could text me. Let me know.
Hey, listen. So, in other Vegas news, tomorrow the owners' meeting for the MLB is happening in Arlington, Texas, and we should know. We should know if the Las Vegas relocation is expected for the A's or is approved. They need 75% vote. So
there's no hater in the MLB that's going to veto it.
But there are some owners that don't feel that our fan base or that this demographic is going to be good for them because it's not, it's not a high market. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, you gotta look at bottom lines and things, but what, they're gonna keep it in Oakland and pray for the best and see if they get a new stadium? I doubt that.
I doubt it either, but what else? I mean, they have to vote it in still, and if they don't vote it, if it doesn't improve, then we don't know what happens. I don't know. Shout out to the Lady Rebels.
Oh my gosh.
They're now 2-0. Desi Ray has gotten back-to-back double-doubles in the first two games. She's a player of the week this week. The ladies also last night got their champion.
Oh my God. And their rings are fire.
Amazing.
I love the rings.
Yes. Shout out to Nevada Now and Sarah Evans, of course. They were there for the opening or for the home game last night. We are going to make it our plan.
Jerry were there. Shout out to Jerry.
Yes. It's just kind of crazy right now to have these kind of games when this F1 craziness is now happening. It's all we see on the TV. It's all we see on the news. It's all we see downtown. It's just.
No, well, it's coming tomorrow, so
So trying
people
to get
better
to
keep in mind that strip's shutting down real early because the race starts at 10. And from what I understand, that people that are in hotel rooms there, they have to be in their rooms by a certain time and can't leave until after a certain time.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're at a
God.
casino, just hang out, go to one of those clubs or something, honey, because they're not gonna let you leave out until the race is over. Which is what, like till 2 in the morning or something like that?
Yeah,
Crazy?
but that's like the race is supposed to be starting at like 8. Or well, I don't know about the race.
No, it
The
starts at 10.
trial,
It's a late night.
but the trials go from like 8 to 2 or 8 to 1 or something like that. So
Yeah.
trials are Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the race.
Ugh.
How can they keep people in their room though? I don't get that.
Well, maybe they're doing it just for the Saturday race night.
But I don't even know how they could do that. How do you keep people in their room?
Yeah,
You
I don't know
can't.
if security's
Or
like,
do you
oh,
keep them in the hotel maybe? Like they're like you can't
just
leave the hotel,
like
like
they
the
can't leave the
exit?
hotel, like not in their room, but I'm just saying like their hotel. Like if you're at Cosmopolitan, you can't step out once the race.
I don't know.
I don't know. With those bleachers and the paying spectators, I guess everybody has to just to be hunkered into the hotel and casino.
I don't know. That's a lot.
And the
Now,
pedestrian bridge, you can't walk that.
no, that 35 employees couldn't get to work today. I saw the news. I think they're trying to make it sound better than it is. Like the news was trying to make it sound like, oh, well, yeah, these people are having great experiences. There's no line at the monorail. There's no backup. People are getting into work okay. And I'm like,
Nah,
yeah,
they not.
no.
They only talked to 35 people. They know people
No.
didn't show up to work
No.
on time.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
hopefully this is the prototype when we go into the following of next year, because it's going to happen again next year.
Yeah.
It'll get a little bit better. So they're going to get all the bugs hopefully out of it and make it seamless for people.
Well, and part of my issue is that Friday and Sunday, at least Friday's the big one. My Huskies are here at
Right, they're
T-Mobile
here.
for the Continental Tower main event, which will be 4 different teams. So I believe it's the St. Mary's versus the Aztecs and then Washington versus Xavier. But I'm like, and I told Natalie this, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go down there. On Friday night at 9 o'clock, the Huskies play at 9.
How are you getting down there on Frank Sinatra?
You'd have to. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, whatever.
Do you know how much
yeah.
traffic's going to be backed up just for Frank Sinatra because the rest of the streets are closed and the freeway access is closed?
Why do you think they're giving out free tickets right now? So we got free tickets, but
I will say, get better. Listen, I'm gonna tell you where you could park. You could park at Vegas Auto Gallery off of Dean Martin and walk over that.
I don't want to go. I don't want to walk. I don't want to be out there. And what if
Well,
it's
people gonna be
raining
walking.
tomorrow? It was raining here. So here's a little tidbit.
Oh, and it's another thing. It's gonna rain this whole weekend, right?
Supposedly it was drizzling. It was raining here at my house, which quick story, new place. Me and Tilly's going crazy. She keeps hearing this noise. And I'm like, dang, I kind of hear it too. I'm thinking like, maybe there's a ghost. Let me just be nice with the spirits real quick and just make sure that you're not going to mess with us. We're chilling. I keep hearing this noise. I get around the house to like find where the noise is coming from. I forgot I have a skylight in my house. And the rain is
so you can hear it hitting on the skylight.
I can hear that noise hitting the skylight.
Right.
And I'm like, oh. So yeah, the rain is here. It's happening.
Hey, Chris Wynn chimed in. Chris said that he's got tickets for Sunday's game, and there's no F1 racing on Sunday.
Hey, listen, yes, Sunday's game.
Well, maybe you can do Sunday.
I can definitely do Sunday. Well, here's the deal.
Football
what time,
Sunday though.
And is my football team playing? Like, if the Seahawks are playing, I gotta choose them over Washington's basketball for right now. That's all I gotta do. We'll see, because it's
the alumni group here though. Shout out to our previous guest, the president of the
Anthony. So I do plan to go to the Huskies bar on Saturday to watch the Oregon State game. Although I feel like if we're not doing well, I might have to leave because I haven't gone to the bar all year and we've been doing good 10-0. So if I go to the bar and we're not doing good, I feel like I have to leave the bar. It makes sense,
like you're
right?
jinxed to it.
I feel like I'm jinxing it. I'm very superstitious. Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh yeah, Chris always with the media credentials,
Oh, media credentials. Oh, you big time. Don't be
Of
picking
course
my
he is. He'll be
Lakers, too.
down there.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly Quan had him too, but I honestly didn't even know about this tournament.
You could have done the media. Oh my God, that would have
I
been
didn't
even
know
better.
the tournament. Who's ever heard of, I don't want to be mean or anything, but who's ever heard of the Centennial Tire main event? I just, yes, as a Husky fan, I should have known this, but did I? I'm too caught
But
up
you
in
can't even
football
be a
Huskies
fan.
right
Oh
now.
my God, the Lakers are just bombing.
Oh,
You
no.
gotta, you can't fan out though if you're media. You know what I mean? So it's
Right. I
not like
can't be in my Husky gear like that. I want to be in my
right. You
Husky
can't get
gear.
stuff signed. You can't do. You
Well,
know
I'm
what I
not there to
mean?
sign, so I just want to be shouting and yelling and,
Right.
having a drink and kicking back. So
Well, you never know. You
that's-
might want to get something signed. A player might have potential to go somewhere all the way.
I'm good. But also want to talk about our aces, of course.
Oh man.
So just for those out there, the team shop at the headquarters is now officially going to be open on Saturdays. So from 12 to 4, starting November 25th, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, you'll be able to shop at the team shop there from 12 to 4. Now on November 25th, there's a special 20% off on all orders that are over $50, whether in person or online. So take advantage of the 20% off. If you're,
Definitely.
Literally you buy one or two things and it's over $50 anyway, so you're gonna get it.
Right. Get all your aces stuff.
Get all of it. Get all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, we also need to get up for Candace Parker. If you haven't watched it, you got to watch it.
Oh,
Yes,
I know that unapologetic debut. Did you watch it yet?
I did. I already watched it. I listen. If she don't make us see, I need a part 2 in about 3 years. That's all I gotta say.
I haven't watched it yet. I've got it set though, because I plan on watching it.
You have got to, I gotta see it. It's good.
I know,
but it was too short. It was only like an hour and 10
plan on it.
minutes. Like how you could put her whole career and time into an hour and 10 minutes is like beyond me. First of all,
Yeah,
but second of all,
I wanted to watch that.
like, it doesn't discuss any of the aces. It doesn't discuss her injury this year. It doesn't discuss anything really about TNT and her playing, with the guys on NBA TNT or on TNT. So I would love to have a part 2 with, her injury, the aces, when she retires, post-retirement, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I need you to do better. Okay.
Chris Wen says he was surprised that Alicia Clark has an international fan club, and the president is a guy named Big Al.
Her turn up at the car dealership was epic. I wish I could have gone up there.
Listen, I was thinking of going, but then I saw where it was, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going. It was on Boulder
I would have
Highway.
gone. If I didn't have to work, I would have tried to be up there for sure.
I'm all about not crossing the 15 right now, period.
Yeah, I get it. But I would have tried to make that work.
Yeah. But yeah, listen, AC got fans. AC got fans. Everybody I know that's like, oh, you're going to the Aces game? Man, if you see AC, would take a picture for me. She's so fine. She's so fine.
She's gorgeous. She could be a model, like for real.
She's beautiful. And she's a Cancer. So, I feel with her there. Her father passed. I feel like I love AC.
All the more reason for you to have gone out there.
I know.
To make
but
the
at
effort.
Boulder Highway?
I mean, you could have gone. Done that. Come on. She was there. She ain't too. Look, she was.
She's getting paid to go there. First of all, let's start there. So
yeah, but still, she was still with it to go. She could have said no. Could have said another time.
She gonna turn down that money. She didn't play
That's
overseas.
true.
She's getting that.
That's true.
She's getting that money.
But people came out though. You could have came out and roughed that. I've been on.
I hear you.
BH ain't as bad as it used to be.
Yeah, it is. I have clients over there still.
Is it?
Believe me.
Yes.
I don't know. Congratulations to Asia Wilson. She was in Columbia over in South Carolina. And she received the key to the city of Columbia on Monday. So she got a key to the city. She went and said what's up to her trophy while she was there. You saw her corset at the Gamecocks game. So, she out there living her best life. Oh, she's
living, honey.
Living her best off-season life.
Got that MVP finals. Got the regular MVP for previous season. She's still MVP for us. And she got a key to the city. She's definitely the MVP.
And then we got Jackie. Jackie's playing for the USA team. Although it has been curious as to where Kelsey was. Everybody kept on kind of figuring out that Kelsey wasn't playing. She wasn't in the pictures. So there was some suspicion as to where she was. They're supposed to say
Probably
that,
in New York,
because
trying to be
they
nursemaid
said
to her man because he ain't playing.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Didn't see now one of them at the Giants game though.
none.
Chelsea Gray was there. Kia Stokes was at that game at the Raiders at Allegiant, but no Kelsey Plum.
Chris over here giving it up for Asia, the best South Carolina athlete ever.
Yes.
Of all time.
Yes.
Yes,
Give that girl
absolutely.
her flowers, Chris.
I had never seen this happen before in basketball. We the wedgie that ended the Clippers Nuggets game.
Night. Oh my God. Pins and needles. You're wondering what the Clippers are going to do. Are they going to beat? First of all,
Are they going to
break their 9-game losing streak? No.
Right.
They didn't. Clippers gonna clip. And I was like, Clippers gonna clip.
And they were up. They had been up, but they got Denver came back. Denver was up, I think, by 3 points.
Came into full
I forgot who it was. I think it was it C. I don't know if it was Chris Paul that shot the shot. So not Chris Paul. Sorry,
not Chris Paul. It was I can't remember who it was. It was
it Westbrook?
No, it wasn't James Harden. It wasn't Westbrook. It was
someone shot the three.
I think it was Kawhi
to tie the game. And it stops right there, which makes it a jump ball. There's not enough time to do anything after that.
Nah, that was over because they lost possession in the jump. And I was so happy because it wasn't the 9th losing streak or the 7th game losing streak with James Harden added to the team that these Clippers have not won. So, for me being a Laker fan, I was very elated because we won our game.
I
was watching that game though. It was a really good game because I was like, man, are they going to be the ones to snap Denver? But
nope, not happening.
And it was a play-in game night, so yeah, all that was great.
So another week of football, and the Kelsey brothers are still being talked about, of course, because this meme has gone, or this picture has gone international, that one of these guys is a finalist for Sexiest Man, the other is dating Taylor Swift. And you wouldn't believe it, but it's the other way around. You also have Travis joining his brother Jason on the Phillies do this Christmas album now. They started it last year, they're doing it again this year. So Travis joins Jason for a Christmas song called Fairy Tale in Philadelphia.
Did you hear them?
I did. Listen, I don't know if Travis has been getting some singing lessons on the side from Taylor, but he sounded all right. I mean, we already knew Jason sounded all right.
Yeah,
but
right.
Travis sounded good.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
So listen, that's gonna be the only Christmas music I'm playing at my house. I'll play there. I'll play the Eagles albums for Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Justin Fields is set to return. Kyle Murray was back last weekend. The Cardinals gave the Cardinals a win. It's more like this. I think we can all just feel this because I know I felt this on my bets. Every single Bills better.
Every person that had Stephon Diggs, including myself on Sunday.
Hello, same.
He gave me 7 fantasy points. Slated to do 27. That is unheard of, and I lost that week to Courtney Kettner.
Right. I know that hurts. I know that hurts.
So that meme that you're posted is my face that night when I saw Stephon.
And this was actually Josh Allen's face through the night.
And
what's crazy is it came down to a field goal because the Bills had two penalties on their defense on Broncos winning drive. Somehow Broncos get these great calls for them. They go to make a field goal, kick the field goal, miss it. Everybody's going crazy. Bills Nation is excited. Then you see the flag. The flag comes because there's 12 men on the field. 12 men on the field. Who's responsible for counting the
plays? You see that? I saw that. They counted them 1, 2.
And so you got to kick it again. And of course, this guy, the kicker's not going to miss twice. Shoot.
Now I'll take that. I'll take that. What Chris is saying about Lions and Bears. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that score 31-13. That's a more accurate assessment.
Yeah, I'm definitely
I'll
not putting
definitely take
Fields back
that.
in my fantasy lineup
Right.
anytime soon.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not the only ones that are trying to stick up for Stephon Diggs. We're not the only ones frustrated. It looks like his brother
Oh,
Trayvon
his
Diggs
brother
is
joined the chat,
also.
told him to pack his bags immediately and get the heck
Yeah,
out
he's
of there.
like, get 14 out of there. He also, let's not forget that basically he, as in Josh Allen, didn't start going off until Bro got there.
Exactly.
So, whew. But Stephon can't leave. Trade deadline is over. I don't think they'll be doing
No,
much
he
with
can't
him.
leave.
So.
But 7 points, I've never seen Stephon Diggs on my fantasy league with 7 points. Are you kidding me right now?
Listen, who are you telling?
Like, you start him, you're expected to do the 27 or 30 or 32.
You're supposed to get those points.
That's a
Period.
guaranteed clutch. I'm looking at my roster like, oh yeah, I got a chance. Look who I got as my wide receivers. I got Devontae Adams, I got Stephon Diggs in there. I got people like, man.
Listen, but are the Broncos good though? They've won 3 straight. They just beat the Bills.
Hey,
They
what
beat
did I
the
tell you last
Chiefs.
week? Remember I told you they might win this game?
I
I
couldn't
told you the
believe
Bills
it.
been mucking up. We didn't pick them. We picked the Bills. Because
I
I looked at your
didn't.
face. You're
We
like, nah,
did.
I ain't
I
gonna be able to
know.
do that.
Because I was the Broncos. I mean, here's the difference.
Right. But we're talking about the Bills now. This Bills team is not our same team we
I'm trying to tell
have
you.
expectations
I'm trying to
for.
tell you. Chris wouldn't want to start. I think he's in a fighting mood. He started to talk about Heather's Chargers. Now he want to get on my Seahawks. Jason Myers ain't going to miss twice, okay? Hello. He got the
Right.
winning field goal for us. We beat the Commanders at home. It was still stressful. My whole sports weekend was, I'm going to need like an AED machine in my house.
That was a
I need an
close, man. That was a
AED.
close game though for
I
you
need
guys.
an
That was so
AED
close.
machine at my house, but my Huskies pulled it off. My
Yeah.
Seahawks pulled it off. So I'm happy about that. And then also shout out to Maurice for the DC tweet team, because, I was on their podcast Wednesday. Him and my other friend, Clarence, they went out to Seattle. They went to the Husky game. They actually got on TV because they always get these great tickets. They went to the Seahawks and Seahawks game with the Commanders. And we had a little side bet. So the bet was if Seattle wins, and I knew they were going to win, that he'd have, because he forthcomingly gave me the information that he actually owned a Seahawks item. I was like, why would you as a Commanders fan own a Seahawks item? Well, he has said he had some story about it. But I said, well, guess what? Pack that. And if we win, I need you to wear that for the rest of the day till your flight. So he paid up. He paid up the bet and he wore it.
Okay. Fair.
Very fair. So I appreciate people that pay up their bets. But I did tell him as a caveat, I never will wear other teams like anything. Not at all. If I'm betting a kid, yeah, maybe. Okay. I wore some Packers gear once because my girlfriend's son wanted to bet on the Packers game.
I wore Packers stuff one time on 2 Packer fans. I lost a bet too.
But you'll never catch me in no Cowboys or no Niners gear ever.
I will never bet. I will never bet with them, first of all.
I will never take that bet ever.
I'm not
so
taking
anyways, again, shout out to DC Tweet Team. I appreciate it.
That was cool though.
It was good. But we got to talk about also Dan, aka Big Cojones Campbell. Okay. I don't know if you saw the Lions game, and I'm sure if Chris is still here, I know Heather might want to close her eyes or close her ears. But they were tied with the Chargers at 38 with 1:47 left.
I was so happy that they kicked
it was
that field goal.
4-2. At 4-2, they could have kicked the field goal and, been up at that point and played defense, right? Well, Big Cojones Campbell decided They went for the 4-2, took 3 knees to wind the clock down, then hit the field goal for the win. Dan Campbell's answer to this was, he's like, I tell my family to just wear a diaper before some of these games. I'll give an alert and say, hey, put them on and be ready to roll.
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing of it is that made my night because somebody couldn't win in the AFC West. I was tight that the Denver Broncos had won. Bills had one job to do and they didn't do it. They had 2, actually. They were supposed to give me Stephon Diggs points, but they failed. But this game right here, I watched that game. I was all about it too. They thought they could, the Chargers thought they could just, they was going to win that game in SoFi. Like, it's Detroit. Detroit's a sleeper. I keep telling people.
Listen, I love Detroit, except when I play them, and thankfully we were their 1 of 2 losses this season. So I'm gonna keep that in my pocket.
Right. But did you
also,
notice that this week of football was all down to a field goal?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Or the underdog one.
Yeah.
One of the two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. It's wild. So
It is wild.
Deshaun Watson is out for the
Done.
season. I didn't watch the game, so I didn't notice him getting injured, but
I didn't
having
either. They
soldier
won that game
surgery.
too, didn't they?
What? Yeah.
Did they win that game?
They beat the
They won that
Ravens.
game.
Yep. Derek Carr
I was
was
shocked.
out the game. And the Leighton Vander Esch one for the Cowboys, that's gotta hurt too, though. Out for the
Yeah.
season. I don't know.
But Cowboys aren't going anywhere. I don't know why their fans realize. I don't know when they'll realize that they're not going anywhere. Do they really think they can walk into the Eagles and beat the Eagles? Do they really? And it was a great game. Don't get me wrong. It was very close. But they're not beating the Eagles. I'm sorry. Nobody's beating the Eagles right now. I don't know which team is going to snap them, but they are not beating the Eagles right now.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And I have a video, but it's long, and I want to just get to our picks. But Hard Knocks in season, Miami Dolphins.
Love it.
November 27th, I think it starts, or 21st. I gotta look at the date again.
Okay.
But I'm excited. I love Hard Knocks anything, so I'm down.
I'll watch
always...
this Hard Knocks.
Okay.
I wasn't really caring for the Jets.
The Lions one was good though. The Lions one was good last year. I mean, they're good. You get to you get to kind of know them. That's all.
I know. Anyway. I wasn't into
it. One last little girl power. We got to shout out these ladies in college hoops right now. You got Hannah Hidalgo for Notre Dame. Notre Dame today beat Northwestern and has scored 110 points.
Yeah.
Hannah herself, 18 steals in 2 games. You got Cameron Brinks for Stanford. They just beat Indiana, number 9 Indiana ranked. So Cameron Brink for Stanford. And then of course Juju Watkins at USC. Look at the comparisons. I mean, she's the second most points by a freshman in USC history, next to Cheryl Miller and Lisa Leslie.
Wow.
Those are greats that you're next to.
Yeah.
That's insane. So shout out to those ladies.
Up and coming generation, they're just balling like that. They're going to surpass a lot of our legends records. And I'm all for it. But, it's like, man, you have goals to aspire to and you exceed them, and it's awesome.
To be in that kind of company is just, So, anyways, we got week 11. Mo, you won last week. You made a couple gutsy. You made a couple gutsy ones by choosing the Colts. That was a good one. And then what was the other one you had? Oh yeah, well the Niners. I'm never gonna pick the Niners. So
well, I mean,
if I had money riding on it, maybe. But
like that, I was like, shame on you guys. Them Niners is still Niners. I don't like them either, but.
Right. All right, so tomorrow night, big game for the Bengals and the Ravens. Both coming off losses.
Roll with Baltimore on this one because Joe Burrow failed me last week.
It's like Ice Joe. It gets cold, and then he Joe Burrow gets cold, and then it's like he's ice cold Joe Burrow, and then he's like melted ice Joe Burrow, and can't figure it out again.
Turn into early season Joe Burrow.
All right, the Cowboys at the Panthers. Although I would love to see the Cowboys lose, I don't think it's going to be the Panthers. The Panthers already had one upset, and I don't think they're going to get 2.
I don't think they'll get one from the Cowboys. I don't think it'll be that 2. Sadly.
Pittsburgh is playing the Cleveland Browns. No Deshaun Watson. I don't think that matters much for the Browns.
It doesn't, because
I feel like I was getting more points for Njoku when he wasn't playing.
I know. And then when you put him in, you know what I mean? He's not serving nothing. It's like when you bench him, he's where the points show up. I'm in that same dilemma. I have Njoku too. I have him over Kimmett, and I'd rather start Kimmett because Kimmett will give me those points. So, but he was hurt, I think, a couple weeks back. But I'm going to go with the Browns. I'm just going to see what it rolls. I'll roll the dice.
Okay. Chris Wynn says Pittsburgh wins, but barely. We will take note of that, Chris.
That's a good one.
You're coming into, I don't know. You're coming into Cleveland. I'm going to go with Mo here. Well, I like the Browns. I like the Lions. These are teams that I like to, root for on the side too. So just like this, the Bears coming at Detroit. I think that's an easy win for Detroit. And hopefully, they don't mess that one up. Also this week, the Falcons, Saints, Patriots, and Colts all have bye weeks. It shouldn't hamper too much on your fantasy because, well, it's the Falcons, Saints,
Chris
Patriots,
said the
and Colts.
Lions could beat the Eagles. Are you serious? I'd like to see that game.
I think it would be a good game.
I don't think you're beating them. I just don't see. I don't know. I don't know.
Is Jalen Hurts better now? Are we good? Is we rolling? Are
I
we
think he's
healthy?
rolling.
Okay. All right, we got the Chargers at the Packers. I'm gonna go with Heather's team. Justin Herbert was still doing amazing. I mean, that was a shootout they had between them and Detroit, 38-38. So I got to still give credit for that.
I don't like the Chargers.
Okay.
They're going against Green Bay in Green Bay?
Yes.
I got Jordan Love on my fantasy. I'm just going to roll it. But I agree with you. I think the Chargers could win this game, but I'm not picking them.
Cardinals at Texans. Shout out to Arlington. He asked about the Texans. Listen, CJ Stroud is... I think I saw people talk about he was what they thought Trey Lance was going to be.
Between him and Josh Dobbins, I just don't know what's going on with these phenomenons of quarterbacks.
Texans got a young team. They got a young coach. They're looking good.
Yeah.
Obviously
I'm gonna go with
not
the Texans.
I don't think they're any playoff contenders necessarily. Could be.
Oh no. But they're doing well.
They're doing better than we all thought they would. I believe the standing right now is the Giants currently have the number 1 draft pick because of what's happening.
Well, they might as well.
Yeah, they need it more than anything.
They need it.
Poor Saquon Barkley. Can we?
They better draft the quarterback because Danny Dimes ain't it.
No, absolutely. All right, Tennessee at Jacksonville. The Titans and the Jaguars. I have such strong hopes for Lauren.
I'm going with Trevor Lawrence on this week. He didn't do too well last week. I'm going to see he's going to redeem himself this week.
Or Will Levis. And Will Levis did crap for me this weekend, even though I strongly thought he did wonderful.
Yeah. The Titans lost too last week, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's why he was crap.
I'm going to go with the Jags. Yeah. They both got a win to make, so somebody's got to win.
All right, Raiders and Miami.
I want my Raiders to win so badly. And I'm going to pick my Raiders.
Good.
Even though Chris Wynn with his bogus ass prediction, I don't think they're going to score 10 points. I think it's going to be more than 10 points. Don't necessarily think it's going to be a win, but I'm picking my Raiders to go for it. Okay. And if they do win this game, then Chris Wynn has to put on some Raiders kind of NWA something Raiders or something. I need to hear Trey out of Compton come right out of on his live, whatever he's doing one day.
Hey, listen, I'm rooting for your team to do well. I am gonna pick Miami, but I do
11. Believe you got to. I mean, I get it. -11.
But I might even take Raiders +11. Maybe even get that to 12 or
even
13.
If they win or lose, or even they don't make the 11, you still win on a ticket. So you could do +11 for them.
Yeah. Giants at the Commanders. They got their
I have to
beat
go
by the Cowboys.
I don't see the Giants pulling anything off on this.
I feel like they're due. They're like due. They've got to be due a win sometime, right? No,
is this week gonna be it?
Like, how does Saquon? How do you have?
Out.
I just can't.
All they got is Saquon, and they got this second string or third string quarterback that they had to pull in that wasn't doing too hot when they were playing us. So when Danny went down, so I don't know.
All right, Commanders. It is Tampa Bay at San Francisco. You actually picked Tampa Bay last week, which was a good pick. So congratulations on that.
But you know what? I don't know if it's at San Francisco. I don't think Tampa Bay could beat San Francisco in their own house.
Mm-mm.
I
mean, it could be a Mayfield miracle. We'll just call it the Mayfield miracle.
It would be a Mayfield miracle, but I'm going with, I hate the Niner gang. I don't approve this message. I'm just gonna have to go with the Niners. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay because
Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna quote it the Mayfield miracle. You heard it here.
Either one of them, I don't like either one. There's the other pirate I don't like, and then you got this other side of the bay I don't like. So I mean, I don't. But you're going all the way to the Bay Area. I just don't see. I don't see them winning.
Hey, listen, for the next, we got the Jets in Buffalo. Chris, of course, The New Jersey Italian could be for the Giants. DeVito. Listen.
DeVito.
Still lives with his parents. Mama still makes him food, gets his laundry done. He's living his best life. He had 15 or 30 people at the game from his family.
Oh, that's great. That's nice.
Super sweet. So Jets at Buffalo. I feel like Buffalo's going to come back. I mean, they have to come back on this one, right?
Shit. Who are they playing? Excuse my language.
The Jets at Buffalo.
I'm going with the Jets. I'm rolling with the Jets just because out of spite. I still want Stephon Diggs to ball out.
I just need Stephon to really ball out. Yes. I'm not changing him out my lineup. I need you to ball out. But it's going to be a lot harder if he has Sauce Gardner on him.
Something in Josh Allen's head is going on. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on.
Well, he needs to get hit on the head. Maybe he needs to take one of those little Buffalo jumps, one of those little Buffalo table leaps. Do one of the Bills leaps. Knock yourself back to normal.
And I feel like the Bills can redeem themselves against the Jets, but the Jets, like I said, have a number 5 defense. The offense, they're just not good. But they're in their house, and Aaron Rodgers in the building with his special water. So I don't know.
He's going to have it in one of the Gatorade jugs for this Sunday instead.
I don't know.
It's going to be AR on the side of the Gatorade jug just so you know it's for him.
I think the Bills have some problems. I think they're in trouble. I think there's some locker room rifts. I think with the Stephon Diggs wanting to possibly leave or pack his bag, or brother says, I don't think that's going to be an easy fix for them by Sunday to get it together.
I get it. All right, my Seahawks are going to LA. If anybody has an extra ticket for the Rams game, you're welcome to send it to me. I'll make a quick flight there. No big deal.
Oh, you might be able to get a ticket on the same day.
I know, but listen, the way my sports travel is planning right now, I don't want to pay for a ticket. So if anybody has a ticket and they want to give it to me, feel free to.
Yeah. I get it because it's the Rams. You don't want to see this.
I just want to see SoFi because I haven't seen SoFi yet. Yeah,
I haven't seen SoFi.
That could always be next year too.
Yeah.
So who knows?
But I'm gonna pick your Seahawks on this one, and I got Geno Smith on my fantasy league.
Listen, Geno got me points.
Geno balled up. He got me 65
even though it was sketchy, very sketchy at first. That second half kicked in, and Geno.
Oh no,
balled.
he got me 65 good ones. I
had 85 from him.
I was so happy.
He was the reason why I won my guys' league, or won my my girls' league.
Yeah.
All right, Vikings at Denver. Dobbs versus Wilson.
I'm going for the Vikings. I'm not going for no doggone donkeys.
I'm not either. Shout out to Futch though. Futch is very happy that the Denver team is doing all right, and I keep telling them they're just it's not going to last forever. It won't last forever.
It's not, but he got to see really 2 good, impactful games out of that. That should make up for their whole season.
So Travis Kelce spent the week as off week with Taylor Swift out in somewhere in Europe for one of her tours.
Argentina, right?
Argentina, somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Yeah. Out there, he's now back. Philadelphia comes to town on Monday Night Football. This is the first week we've had a good Thursday and Sunday night's going to be pretty good, and Monday night game. This is a great nighttime football week here. This could be the first we've seen in all of the season.
Jalen Hurts to put a hurting on Kansas City. Not to put anybody out of commission. I don't want that kind of hurt. I want the hurt of sadness and disappointment that y'all thought y'all had it in Arrowwood and you don't.
Well, yeah, because also the AFC West is getting kind of tight now.
It is getting kind of tight. And see, Raiders are in the number 2 spot. So if we could win against Miami, wishful thinking, it keeps us in a solid number 2 spot. And then if the other 2 teams fall, then we're really secure close up with our matchup with KC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Heather. KC losing always puts a smile. I don't want to see none of that Red Kingdom stuff. I ain't for it. But I am for Jalen. So I'm rolling with that.
Yeah, and Chris had mentioned that Stafford's back for LA Rams, but it's not going to matter. Seattle wins by 4. Our teams are close. Our games are close. Kelsey Bowl 2. What a game coming up. So you're going with Philly.
She's showing up for this.
I don't know. I'm wondering if she made her tour dates around because she's on a Europe tour now. So are those dates coinciding?
So game, which means
they're gonna lose. Yeah. All right, we're all set. We're all set for week 11.
Yes.
We're already over the hump. I'm already starting to get sad. Football season's ending.
I'm hearing this rain coming down outside my house, and I'm just like, oh,
Crazy, right?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. So we appreciate you all, of course. We thank you again for watching. We were going to have a short
Yes.
show, but the way we gab, it just goes on forever. So that's what
And
it
thanks for
is.
joining the chat, everybody. I think our late
Yeah.
nights were good. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Heather.
I know we might have to think the 7s
Thank
to
you,
8s.
Jonathan.
It seems like
Thank you,
everybody's always
anyone
down
else
for an
that was
8.
in. Natalie, big shout out to
Yeah.
you. I promise you I'll send Papa's number to you. Just don't be texting him at wee hours of the night because Mom gonna have some issues. Texting in business
Right.
hours.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
Alicia jumped into. So if you're
Oh,
just
Alicia
catching the
too. Shout
beginning,
out to the
you're
sis.
always welcome to hit the replay. Hey, you know what? For the holidays, if anybody needs to give a free gift to a friend, tell them to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it. That's all. It's
Yeah.
free. Free.
Yeah.
Always follow us on all your favorite social media at Girl Chat Sports, and on any of your podcast platforms, just search for at Girl Chat Sports, all one word. That's it for today. We'll catch you for a short one before the holiday next week, just for all those that are planning to holidays for Thanksgiving and hosting family and friends. Just be safe, drink responsibly.
Thanksgiving, yes.
And when we chat back in, F1 will be gone, although the area will still be in shambles because we'll have to take it all down. But at least we won't have to deal with F1 nonsense anymore.
Right.
All right, y'all. Thank you. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next. We'll catch you next time.
We're out.
Bye.